Welcome to part 1 of our series on actors who turned down iconic roles. Join us as we discover the surprising choices some actors made that changed cinematic history.
What if somebody had died tonight? Different story, right? Because that's on you. And if you died, I feel like that's on me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't
I understand.
I just want him to be like you.
1. Leonardo DiCaprio, not the star of American Psycho, or Spider-Man, or Star Wars, or Batman Forever. For as long as he has lived in Hollywood, Leonardo DiCaprio has been considered the industry's golden boy. Even though he has experience in big-budget productions, he is well known for being picky about roles and not willing to just do anything. For this reason, DiCaprio's list of roles that he has turned down resembles a procession of Comic-Con costumers. Not only did DiCaprio decline to portray Batman's sidekick Robin in Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever and Spider-Man in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, but he also declined to play Anakin Skywalker in George Lucas' prequel trilogy. He also declined to work on American Psycho, a role that is too juicy to entertain the what-if scenarios for.
Have you been offered superhero movies? Have you?
I did.
Yeah.
I did the first movie. I was really off.
Oh,
It wasn't a superhero, but it was pretty super.
oh, you mean Tracy?
No, Dick Tracy was
Dick
something
Tracy,
I did.
amazing, yeah.
No, that was wrong. One baby.
Yeah.
No, this was actually Star Wars.
2. Al Pacino shot first in Star Wars. Al Pacino in a family-friendly series like Star Wars is difficult to imagine. However, Pacino was presented with practically every opportunity in Hollywood after making waves in The Godfather. This featured Han Solo's role in the 1977 film Star Wars. In 2014, he remembered to MTV, "I was offered everything at that point in my career. I appeared in Godfather. They didn't give a damn if I could act or not, or if I was appropriate for the part." 3. Montgomery Clift was almost a contender for On the Waterfront and Other Movies. Montgomery Clift, though not a huge fan of the phrase, was one of the major performers of the 1950s film industry to practice method acting, along with Marlon Brando and James Dean. He starred in memorable films including From Here to Eternity, A Place in the Sun, and The Search during his very brief career. However, Clift is nearly as well known for the blockbuster flicks that he rejected, including War and Peace, Rope, Sunset Boulevard, and High Noon. The biggest film that Clift omitted, arguably, Along the Waterfront. At one point, Clift was offered the part of Terry Malloy, the docker. Unknown causes led to Clift's death, which allowed Marlon Brando to leave a lasting impression on viewers about the sorrow of being dealt bad cards in life. Clint Eastwood didn't want to Americanize James Bond film icon. Clint Eastwood acknowledged in a 2010 interview with the LA Times that he had passed on James Bond, a fact that had been known only in whispers for years. Actor Clint Eastwood was approached to take on the 007 label when the James Bond role was being passed between Australian model George Lazenby, who played the role just once, in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and actor Sean Connery, who had become tired of the character. Live and Let Die, released in 1973, would have been his debut film. About half a century later, Eastwood thought back on the chance, decided he wasn't a good fit, and declined pretty good money. "I thought James Bond should be British," stated Clint Eastwood in a 2009 interview with Indie London. "Although I am British, I felt that it should reflect more of the local culture and that it was not something I was interested in." 5. Christina Applegate couldn't pass the bar for Legally Blonde. In the movie Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon had her most brilliant role as Elle Woods, a sorority girl who later enrolled at Harvard Law School. However, sitcom queen Christina Applegate was given consideration before Witherspoon was contacted. Applegate declined to star in the 2001 comedy because it seemed too similar to her sitcom work, she said in a 2023 interview with Vanity Fair. "I wouldn't play around with the notion of being legally blonde, it felt too recent to be divorced and have kids." Applegate remarked, "On paper, it was very similar," before drolly labeling that choice as a big F-king mistake. She humbly admitted that Witherspoon dominated the part and thought she would have completely screwed it up.
Okay, so I didn't really the story's been out there, but I wasn't actually offered it. The script came to me, but at that time I had just gotten off of Married with Children and I felt like it was too close to what I had just been doing, and I was very interested in not removing myself from that. No, I don't regret it because Reese Witherspoon did a much better job than I ever could, and she has now way more money than I do and way more success. And so why would I even regret that?
There is a role that I passed on that Sam Jackson's performance in Pulp Fiction.
Wait.
Yeah.
6. Laurence Fishburne took the blue pill on Pulp Fiction. Nobody else could have played Bible-quoting mob hitman Jules Vincent in Pulp Fiction except Samuel L. Jackson. However, Laurence Fishburne was truly in mind for Quentin Tarantino, who even based the character's voice on the actor. However, Fishburne declined to don Jules' costume. Fishburne acknowledged his displeasure for the movie's portrayal of heroin usage in a 2020 interview with Vulture. "It seemed to me to make using heroin appealing. It goes beyond my character for me." "It is. What does the entire thing mean?" stated Fishburne. "It had nothing to do with my Pulp Fiction persona. It has to do with the manner in which the heroin was supplied. And that entire F-King stuff about the adrenaline shot and the hypodermic?" Number 7. Sandra Bullock also turned down Neo in The Matrix. Other actors were courted in case Keanu Reeves withdrew from the offer to star in The Matrix. Sandra Bullock, a co-star in Speed, is close friends with one of the actors. Producer Lorenzo di Bonaventura stated in a 2019 interview with The Wrap that Warner Brothers insisted on contacting well-known actors to get their assurance that the Wachowskis' allegedly avant-garde high-concept sci-fi film would find a buyer. The group expanded rapidly, and Di Bonaventura distinctly recalls that Bullock might have been a star of The Matrix. "I can't even recall how many people we went out to. We were beginning to lose hope," Di Bonaventura remarked. "We told Sandy Bullock that Neo would become a girl. Sandy was and is a very good buddy of mine who I worked with on Demolition Man with Joel Silver. It was quite easy to see whether she might be interested. We sent her the script, and we would attempt to make the adjustment if she showed interest in it." 10 years prior, Bullock acknowledged in an interview with NBC's Today that she was considered for the role of Trinity, which ultimately went to Carrie-Anne Moss. 8. Well, Smith couldn't hack into The Matrix. The actor of Men in Black and I Am Legend, who spent more than 20 years as a leading man in Hollywood, embraced YouTube in his own special manner. Smith discusses how and why he turned down the opportunity to star in a big movie like The Matrix in a 2019 video. You can watch him narrate the narrative since there's no one better to hear it from.
So after we made Men in Black, the Wachowskis, they came in and it was like they had only done one movie. They did a movie, I think it was called Bound. And they came in and they made a pitch for The Matrix.
And as it turns out, they're geniuses.
9. Robert Redford, Steve McQueen, and Paul Newman all left Superman's cape to dry because of Superman's influence on popular culture. The top stars in Hollywood are always considered to play the Man of Steel in any new film adaptation of the comic book hero. In 1978, Richard Donner took a gamble on an unheard-of Christopher Reeve, whose legendary performance has come to represent the role. However, other performers reportedly approached include the biggest stars of the 1970s, like Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. Even though they don't know why they gave up the Superman cape, it's just too much fun to think about a different world in which the Justice League commander looked different. 10. Jack Nicholson refused an offer for The Godfather. Jack Nicholson was already on his way to movie stardom when the script for The Godfather came his way. In a 2004 interview with Movieline, Nicholson revealed he was up for the part of Michael Corleone, made famous by Al Pacino, but turned it down, even when he knew it would be a hit. His reason was simply, Italians should play Italians. Turns out, there are offers you can refuse. 11. Matt Damon regrets sleeping on Avatar while Hunter nearly went on a Pandoran hunt. A-list actor Matt Damon voiced regret about James Cameron's epic 2009 film Avatar in a 2023 interview with Entertainment Tonight. While promoting a Stella Artois commercial campaign while seated next to Zoe Saldana, the actor Damon revealed that he still feels the pain of not being able to play Sam Worthington's character, Jake Sully, calling it the dumbest thing an actor ever did in the history of acting. "I've probably worked on 50 films or so. I've never had a role in a $1 billion film." While it's true that Matt Damon doesn't have a billion-dollar film on his resume, being Jason Bourne, collaborating with filmmakers like Martin Scorsese, and creating a hilarious response to the question, "How do you like them apples?" are all rewards in and of themselves. Thank you for watching part 1 of our series. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories in future episodes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Until next time, remember the power of choice in shaping the world of film.